Hey there, Julie. Congratulations again on graduating from high school. It made me so proud watching you get your diploma at the ceremony earlier today. I know you're out at dinner with your friends, so I won't be long. I just wanted to let you know that I bought you a little cake from the pastry shop down the road, so you can eat it whenever you get back home. You bought me some cake? Yuck. I don't want any food that your filthy hands have touched. Julie, what's gotten into you? Why are you talking to me like that? Is this really you? Did one of your friends take your phone and pull a prank on you or something? No, I'm just finally free to say what I've always thought about you. Anyway, did you see the fat envelope sitting on the kitchen table? I did, but I wasn't sure what it was, so I didn't open it. You should probably open it as soon as possible. It's really important. Okay, give me a moment. Julie, what is this? Oh, I'm sorry. Were the words too big for you? You need my help understanding them? I'll make it as simple as possible. They're a complete set of divorce papers. I know what they are. I'm asking you why you left me a stack of divorce papers. Do I have to explain everything for you? I want you and Dad to get divorced. So sign everywhere you need to before I get back from dinner. Got it? Once you sign it, pack up your stuff and get the hell out of our house. Hold it right there, young lady. You want me to divorce your dad? How dare you say something like that to me? And you don't have any right to tell me to leave this house. Who do you think you're talking to? I think I'm talking to a colossal idiot who I don't want or need around anymore. Julie? I just graduated high school today. You know what that means? It means that you are now the least educated person in this entire family. Well, yes, I suppose that's right. Your father graduated from university and you're set to enroll for the fall semester. And I don't want to be the only girl in my class whose mom is less educated than she is. So hurry up, sign those divorce papers, and get out of this house and my life. I don't need some idiot like you hanging around mucking up my life any longer. God, I have been waiting so long for this day. I've wanted you gone ever since I was in elementary school. It was around then that I woke up to just what a moron you are. I can't believe this. You felt this was about me ever since all the way back then? How could I possibly feel any other way? Do you have any idea how much you have humiliated me up until now? Humiliated you? I have done no such thing. Yeah, you have. I graduated at the top of my class, Mom. I gave the valedictorian speech. Oh, I'm sorry. You probably don't even know what valedictorian means. I don't know what I'd do if any of my friends found out the truth about you, that you're an uneducated, ignorant failure. They would have laughed me out of the school for sure. That's why I told my friends as little about you as possible and never brought them over to the house. With you out of the way, I'll finally be able to relax for the first time in forever. I cannot believe the hurtful language you're using right now, Julie. Sure, you're right. I never finished high school, but to call me uneducated and ignorant, that is way over the line. I have done everything that I can for you as your mother to support you to the best of my abilities. Lacking a high school diploma hasn't stopped me from helping you focus on school and your father focus on work. Oh my God, you think you've actually done anything to help us? Give me a break. I've had enough of this conversation for now. I'll have to discuss your behavior with your father later. You think he's gonna tell you anything different? Take another look at those divorce papers, Mom. Dad's already signed them. I suppose you're right. I've done my best to be a good wife and mother to you two, but apparently that hasn't been enough for you to appreciate me. What is there to appreciate about you? You're just an ugly old woman who wasn't even smart enough to graduate from high school. Now stop blabbering and start signing. Right away, sweetheart. Thank you so much. Huh? I'm gonna get right to work on signing these papers. The courthouse is still open for another couple hours. I should be able to file them today, too. It was really kind of your father to sign them for me. Hold on, what's going on? You're thanking me? And why do you seem like you're so excited to divorce Dad? Well, what's the matter, Julie? This is what you want, isn't it? You said you wanted me out of the house and your life as soon as possible. I'm simply doing what you asked me to. Well, I mean, yeah, but something's off. You're acting way too happy for someone whose daughter just called her an ugly old idiot. Like, you're not angry at me or even sad? What's wrong with you? Nothing's wrong with me. I'm genuinely happy. The truth is, I've been strongly considering divorcing your father for years. Sure, it doesn't exactly feel great to have my own daughter insult me and tell me to leave the house, but this is the chance that I've been waiting for, and I'm taking it. What? You mean you were already thinking about leaving Dad anyway? You just started being a snotty little brat to me recently, but your father? He's been a total jerk to me since shortly after you were born. After all, the only reason you're mocking me for not graduating high school is because you've heard your father do that your whole life. He thinks I'm going to put up with whatever he does to me because I can't make it on my own. But he's wrong about that, and now I'm going to prove it. I've had all I can take, and I am leaving. Oh my god, you're an even bigger idiot than I thought. He's right. You can't live on your own as a high school dropout with no work experience. And you were going to willingly walk away from your marriage? You absolute moron. Fine, that works out great for me. Hurry up and sign those papers and never show your face around here again.
Naomi! I just got a text from Julie. She said you submitted those divorce papers. Is that true?
I sure did. I just got out of the courthouse a few minutes ago. I'm so glad I made it before they closed. The clerk looked them over and said they were all in order, so that means it's official. You and I are no longer husband and wife. Congratulations, you're single again.
No way! I don't believe you. There's no way you actually did that. This is just a threat, right? You're trying to scare me.
Why do you sound so surprised, Matthew? You signed them too, didn't you?
Oh, well, yeah, but that's only because Julie made me. I thought she was going to use them as a practical joke on you or something. I didn't think you were actually going to turn them in. What the hell are you thinking, Naomi?
You might not have meant it, but it seems that Julie was dead set on driving me out of the house. You should have heard the way she belittled me for dropping out of high school. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree, or so they say. And personally, I was already feeling that we've taken our marriage as far as it was going to go. So I signed the papers she left for me and took them straight down to the courthouse. They've been officially accepted, so there's no taking this back now.
Wait a second. You mean to tell me you wanted to divorce me? That's news to me.
If you would take a moment to reflect on your behavior towards me over the years, it wouldn't be so surprising.
What do you mean?
I can't take one more day of your constant belittlement. I willingly agreed to quit my job and become a full-time housewife for you, but from day one you were constantly making snide remarks. Like, wow, this dinner tastes like a high school dropout made it. And another time you said to me, maybe if you had paid attention in geometry class, you'd be able to fold a freaking shirt properly. And now you treat me like a full-on slave, making me work all day, every day, without a single word of appreciation. If this is what married life is going to be like with you for the rest of my life, then I want out.
Hey, give me a break! I just said that stuff because I was stressed out from work. You can't honestly be divorcing me because I teased you a little bit every now and then.
Excuse me? I don't remember signing up to be a verbal punching bag for you. Thanks for being so honest with me, though. Now I'm even more sure of my decision to leave you.
Wait, that's not what I meant!
I know exactly what you mean, Matthew. Stop treating me like an idiot. I have devoted the last 18 years of my life to you and Julie. I have given you all I had to give. And now, that's all gone. From now on, I'm living life on my own terms. And you know what I'm gonna do first? I'm gonna go back to high school.
What? Now? You're 40, Naomi!
Wrong, Matthew. I am 34. I guess that fancy college diploma of yours doesn't confer basic math skills, does it? You know the reason I dropped out of high school? And it wasn't because I wanted to.
Hey, you can't blame all of that on me. It's not like I forced myself on you or anything.
I'm aware that I'm responsible. I was old enough to know better than to get involved with you, but I did it anyway. I chose to drop out of high school, marry you, and give birth to Julie, all while I was still a teenager. But what makes you think you can criticize me for the choices I made when you're just as responsible for what happened as I am? Do you not even recognize the fact that you have half of the responsibility for everything that happened between us?
Well, I mean, yeah, I realize that.
Why am I unconvinced? Anyway, I've been planning on divorcing you once Julie graduated high school for years now. That's why I was so happy when Julie texted me earlier and told me about the divorce papers. Thanks for signing them for me, by the way. Goodbye. Wow, so you really already divorced Dad? Awesome! So how does it feel to be a divorced high school dropout at your age, huh? Your life is so over. When you inevitably die alone on the streets, do it somewhere we won't be responsible for taking care of your corpse, all right? I truly appreciate your concern for my well-being, Julie, but unfortunately for you, I won't be dying anytime soon. I already found a job as well as a place to live. Once my new lifestyle settles down, I'm going to start taking night classes to get my GED. So I'm afraid you're going to have to find a new insult for me because I won't be just a high school dropout for much longer. Your GED? I think that's even more embarrassing than dropping out of high school in the first place. It's basically a trophy for being slightly less of an idiot than all the other idiots who don't finish high school. You are free to think of what you like of me. But I'd say you guys need to be thinking more about yourselves than me right now. Are you going to be all right without me? I'm the one who's done all the housework up until now. From now on, you're going to have to do everything I did between the two of you. And that's with you starting college in a few months. Call it my motherly instinct, but I'm honestly kind of concerned about you. Oh, don't worry about us. You're talking to the valedictorian, Mom. Both me and Dad have more brains in our pinky fingers than you do in your entire body. Plus, with you out of the way, I'll finally be able to have the social life I always wanted. I have never felt better about my future than I do right now. I might just graduate at the top of my university class, too. That's certainly a wonderful goal to shoot for. But just remember, you can't actually graduate from university if you never get accepted. Huh? What's that supposed to mean? Nothing, dear. Nothing at all. Mom, you gotta help me. I don't know what I'm gonna do. My college just canceled my enrollment. They said I never sent any of the acceptance forms. Then when I missed the deadline to pay the deposit on my tuition, it was automatically rescinded. But I don't understand. I passed the test. That means I get in, right? They can't do this to me. Yeah, this is exactly what I figured was going to happen. You two really can't do anything without me, can you? How many times did I tell you about that paperwork, Julie? I even offered to do it for you because you were taking so long. But you insisted that you'd do it yourself. You said that a high school dropout like me would never be able to fill it all out correctly. But I kept waiting and waiting for you to hand me the completed paperwork, and you never even did one single sheet. Oh no, I forgot about that stuff. Plus, your dad dropped the ball with the deposit. Just like with you, I told him that we needed to send in the deposit for your tuition as soon as possible, and to give me our checkbook so I could write a check. But he told me the same thing you did. He didn't trust a high school dropout with his checkbook. He was sure I'd go off and waste it on myself. And in the end, he forgot about it, just like you did. Like father, like daughter. This can't be happening. Why did I put it off so long? I guess they don't teach proper time management in high school or college these days, huh? I had to learn that all by myself in the real world. Isn't that something, though? Between a college graduate and a high school valedictorian, neither of you could make a payment or submit a single document on time. What good does all that education do you if you don't even have fundamental life skills? Maybe dropping out of high school wasn't such a bad thing after all. I wouldn't want to turn out like the two of you. Shut up, Mom. Stop mocking me and tell me what I'm supposed to do now. I have to go to this college for fall semester. If I don't, it's going to throw my entire life plan into chaos. You have to do something to get me into college. Sorry, sweetie, I'm just a dumb old high school dropout. I don't know nothing about no fancy learning or whatnot. You're not gonna help me? Why would you want my help anyway? You were the valedictorian, weren't you? I'm sure you'll come up with a solution on your own.
Naomi, this is bad. I just got a call from the bank. They said that we haven't made our mortgage payments in 4 months and they're gonna foreclose. What the hell is this? You're in charge of paying our bills? What happened?
Slight correction, I was in charge of paying bills. We're divorced now, remember?
Of course I remember. That's not the issue.
I know the issue is that, just like Julie, you never listened to me.
What do you mean?
You used to let me hold on to your checkbook precisely because I was the one who paid all our big bills, like property tax and our mortgage. But earlier this year, you took it away from me and never gave it back.
Yeah, because we were spending a ton of money every month. I knew you were the one who was wasting it all.
You remember going to the casino with your coworkers in January?
Oh, that was just one time, though.
And then you went to the horse races with them in February.
Yeah, we did do that, didn't we? But I didn't do any gambling after that.
Yeah, you managed to kick your habit, but then you went on a week-long cruise with them in March.
Okay, maybe I was spending a bit much.
A bit? You spent more than your monthly income on just yourself for 3 months in a row. I may not be a college graduate, but even an ignorant bumpkin like me knows that spending more money than you earn means your savings start to dwindle. But no matter how many times I told you about the mortgage, you never listened to me. I was able to pay the other bills with our credit card, which is the only reason your water and electricity still work.
Hey, I deserve to relax a little every once in a while. It's my money, after all.
Now that we're divorced, yes, it's all yours. Just like the responsibility to pay your bills. Didn't you get any calls or letters in the mail from the bank up until now? I feel like they wouldn't just jump right to the foreclosure without communicating with you first.
I don't answer the house phone, you know that, especially if it's a number I don't know. And who even sends letters anymore? I just threw away all the mail that came in. Nothing seemed that important. You always sorted through that stuff, but you decided you didn't want to be my wife anymore.
Good grief, Matthew, are you really gonna try to blame your impending financial ruin on me? Maybe you could try calling the bank and telling them it's all your ex-wife's fault. See how far that gets you.
This isn't the time for sarcasm, Naomi. They're saying they're gonna put the house up for auction unless I can make up the missed payments soon. But I don't have anywhere near enough money in my account to cover it. Can't you do something about this? I remember you were pretty friendly with someone at the bank we got the loan from, weren't you?
Actually, yeah, one of the other women in the PTA is the branch manager there. We used to work together a lot on school functions.
That's great! Then you can go and talk to her and get this situation fixed, okay? So I missed a few payments. It's not the end of the world. I'll tighten my belt for the next few months and make it all back in no time, I promise.
That's not gonna happen. You're on your own.
What?
Why do I have to be the one to clean up your mess? I told you to give me your checkbook for months. You kept saying no. You made your bed, now lie in it.
But she's your friend, not mine. To her, I'm just one out of hundreds of customers.
Then you'll just have to go and tell her the truth. You wouldn't let your wife make the mortgage payments because you blamed her for your gambling and spending habits. Then she divorced you for being a pretentious jerk all the time, and you never started making the payments by yourself. Throw in some groveling, begging, and pleading, and who knows, maybe they'll let you live there a little longer after they auction it off.
Don't you understand? I'm trying to figure out a way where I don't lose the house.
Boy, Matthew, I'm sorry, but my inferior high school dropout brain just doesn't know how to handle this sort of situation. I don't even know how to spell the word mortgage. But you've got a big, smart college graduate brain. I'm sure you'll figure something out. Mom, please, I am begging you. You have to find some way to get me into college. Naomi, the fall semester has already started. I think it's about time you give up on going to your school of choice this year. I I can't give up. This is a huge part of my life plan. I tried everything. I called the admissions office and they said they couldn't help. I went there in person. They said the same thing. I even tried following the administrators out of the building to their cars and begging them to let me in, but they threatened to call the cops on me. They all said I'm too late to enroll this semester.
Then it sounds like you're too late. You should probably give it up already. I'm not sure what you want me to do about this.
Do something, anything. You've gotten me out of a ton of trouble in the past, haven't you? You can think of a way, I know it. And hey, weren't you good friends with the dean?
Not that I'm aware of.
But I remember the time we went to the open house day. Right before we left, the dean himself came up to you and said hi. You were talking for a while, so I know you're on good terms. If you've got a connection like that, you can use it for your own daughter.
I hate to tell you, but your faith in my network is misplaced. I don't have any connections. We had just met before, that's all. We're acquaintances.
Where did you meet him, though? He's the dean.
I met him at the free lectures the college was offering throughout last year.
The what?
I'm not surprised you don't remember. I invited you to each one, but you never expressed any interest at all. I wanted to support you into getting into your school of choice as best I could, but being a high school dropout, I admittedly don't know the first thing about college. When I heard they were offering free public lectures, I thought it would be a good way for me to get a feel of how life on campus would be for you.
And the dean was there?
Yeah, he was one of the most frequent lecturers. He's a fantastic public speaker. He really knows how to work a crowd. His lectures were always on important topics and very informative. I sat in the center of the front row every time I went, so it seems like he remembered me from that. It's not like I can buy your way into college like a Hollywood star or something.
But why were you going to all that trouble?
For you, Julie. I wanted to give you the best chance you could have at getting admitted, so I talked to a bunch of the professors who gave those free lectures and asked them if they had any leftover class materials they wouldn't mind letting me have. I thought they would make good study tools for you before you took your entrance exam.
Wait, you made that study guide? I thought that was something they sold at the school store.
Well, it wasn't. It was a labor of love from a mother to her daughter. But now I see that was all for nothing. Just like what you're doing now. Trying to get in at this point is a wasted effort, Julie.
There has to be something you can do. I'm your daughter, aren't I? You have to help me.
Wake up, Julie. I'm not your mother anymore. You told me I was an embarrassment to you and you wanted me out of your life. You don't get to take those words back whenever you need me for something. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to get going.
What? Where are you going?
To school. I'm taking night classes, remember? I can't be late. We've got a big test tonight. Good luck on getting into college, Julie. If you hurry, you might make it in time to apply for the spring semester. Matthew ended up getting a new loan from a different bank and was able to keep his house. However, the interest is much higher on this new loan. He's never had to balance a budget by himself before, so making ends meet is really difficult for him right now. His savings are dwindling lower and lower every day. As for my daughter, Julie, she missed the application deadline for the spring semester, too. No surprises there. If I were still her mother, I would lovingly advise her to give up on this school and go to a less exclusive and less expensive university. But I'm not her mother anymore, so if she wants to waste her life waiting to go to college, it's no skin off my nose.
Hey Sarah, did you see the photos from our honeymoon? Oh, hello Emma. Yes, I did see them. I posted them on social media. Please comment on them soon. Of course I saw them. Looks like you had a wonderful honeymoon in the medievals. It was absolutely amazing. Did you see the bungalow overlooking the water we stayed in? Yes, it looked beautiful. The water was so clear and blue. We spent $30,000 on it. I can't believe we got to stay in such an amazing bungalow. It was the best experience ever. Wow, that's quite a luxurious trip. Spending $30,000 on a honeymoon is incredibly extravagant. Well, for a special occasion like this, it's only natural. Besides, we should spend what we earn. After all, we're a power couple, a doctor and a nurse. I see. That's great, Emma. It's admirable how cool and nonchalant you are about spending money. Oh, sorry if I sounded like I was bragging. It must be tough for you lower class folks who can't even afford a vacation. Excuse me? I mean, your husband Jack is just a lowly manual laborer, right? And you're just a part-time worker. There's no way such a poor couple could afford a vacation. Actually, we're not really into traveling or going out much. What? That's unbelievable. We're busy every day, so we prefer to relax at home during our time off. If you work hard, you should play hard too. Oh, I'm sorry. You probably can't afford to go out because you don't earn enough. That's not it at all. We just have different priorities. It must be tough with your husband being lower class. A lower class carpenter probably has a tough job with low pay, and your part-time job probably doesn't contribute much to the household incomes. So, no wonder you can't afford to go out even if you want to. Emma, that's enough. Can you please stop? I've been quiet, but you've gone too far insulting our jobs like that. Oh, sorry. I guess I accidentally said what I was thinking. Excuse me? Wow, are you for real? The reality is that everyone thinks this way deep down, you know. Lower class people have to work hard every day getting all sweaty outside, yet their pay is so low. Lower class people are just used as labor. Unlike us successful couples, you and Jack are losers in life. How do you say such horrible things? It's incredibly rude to look down on other people's job. Well, since we're being rude anyways, let me ask you something. Are you two still renting? Yes, we're renting a house. Why do you ask? Wow, you're even more pitiful than I imagined. How embarrassing that you build houses for others as a lower class worker but can't even own your own home. Excuse me? Actually, we're planning to build our own house. Of course, it'll be a beautiful home for us. A doctor couple, if you like, we could let you build it for us. I'll graciously provide work for the lower class couple. What an incredibly rude attitude. Your condescending, graciously provide work comment is so offensive. Well, we're clearly superior in terms of income and social status. Oh, but now that I think about it, I'm not sure if I want to trust a low-class couple with building our house. We wouldn't want a poorly built new home. I guess we should go with a reputable large company for this kind of thing. This is ridiculous. We wouldn't build your house even if you begged us. The way you look down on people, that kind of attitude will come back to bite you someday. Don't get upset just because you're not getting the job I was so kindly offering. Well, keep struggling with this poor life. I think this conversation is over, Emma. Goodbye.
Hey, Sarah. If my brother contacts you, just ignore him, okay?
What's wrong? Did you have a fight with Tom?
It didn't even get to that point. Actually, Tom contacted me. He said they're building a new house.
Oh, I heard about that from Emma. They finished their honeymoon and now they're building a new house.
Then Tom asked me to build it for them. Of course, I was planning to give him a discount as his brother. But get this. He wanted me to build it for just $10,000.
What? You mean 10,000 total, not a 10,000 discount? That's impossible. A 2-story house with a basement garage for just 10,000?
There's no way I could do that. So I refused.
So that's why you're having issues with your brother?
He complains about my job and income all the time. But he sure acts entitled when he wants something. He even got angry and called me a lower class carpenter when I refused. That's why I've decided I'll never build a house for them. If Emma contacts you, please refuse as well.
Of course, I'll refuse with every fiber of my being. I already turned down Emma when she talked to me about it.
Oh, did she say something to you too?
Emma consulted me about the house too, but more of that, she insulted our jobs. She was so condescending, saying she'd graciously provide work for us, like I was supposed to be grateful.
Who do they think they are? Those two are the worst.
That's why I got angry too. I told her we wouldn't build it even if they begged.
They really are the opposite of us, aren't they? I respect doctors and nurses. They do important work. That doesn't give them the right to look down on other people's jobs. This really shows how incompatible we are with my brother and his wife. Let's keep our distance from them from now on.
I completely agree. Anyways, let's both do our best at work today. Catch you later. Hey Sarah, I guess you really are a poor couple, more than I imagined, living in a place like that. Emma, what are you talking about? What? I just saw you coming out of a rundown house. I know you're renting, but how can you live in such a disapplicable place? It looks like it would collapse in a strong wind. Emma, what are you doing in this area? Aren't you living in a luxurious high-rise near the station? Actually, we're thinking of building a house somewhere around here. I was just taking a walk to get a feel for the neighborhood. Then I saw this incredibly rundown house. And you saw me coming out of it, huh? I was wondering who could possibly live in such a place, and then you came out. I couldn't help but laugh. Life can be funny sometimes. It's quite rude to laugh at someone's house. Anyone would laugh at a house like that. It must be at least 50 years old. It's old and ugly with cracks up the wall. Don't you think it's stupid to pay rent for such a dump? It is 50 years old and quite old, but that means the rent is cheap. I guess it's tough when your husband has a lower class job, living in a drafty old house just to save on rent. There you go again, calling my husband lower class. Well, it's true, isn't it? Making his wife live in such a miserable condition with his low salary? I could never do it. I'd rather be homeless than live in a house like that. I'm actually quite happy with that house. You're just pretending to be strong. You must hate living in such a dump. Aren't you embarrassed to live in a place like that? Why don't you just go on welfare? That's just our storage shed. What? We don't actually live there. It's just fine as a storage place. It's just a shed, so as long as it has a roof and walls to keep out the rain and wind, it's okay. We have a proper, nice house where we actually live, so we don't need welfare. Huh? What do you mean? Are you saying you're renting a separate house just for storage? We're only renting the house we live in. We actually bought that place as a storage shed. You bought that old dump? By the way, that area is such a great location. Even that old building is worth about $500,000 just for the land. And you're saying you bought it? You got it. It cost about that much, but we had enough cash to pay for it in full. What? A lower-class carpenter paid in full? Don't say such ridiculous things. I'm not joking. I'm telling you the truth. Even if you call him a lower-class carpenter, Jack also runs a real estate business on the side. We actually own 6 apartment buildings and 30 houses in the city. Thanks to that, we can easily pay $500,000 in cash. What? Real estate business? What do you mean? I never heard about this before. Your husband, Tom, probably doesn't know either. That's right. Actually, we started the real estate business as a side job about 10 years ago. We buy rundown houses, and Jack renovates them himself. Then we rent them out or sell them for a profit. Is it really true that you own 6 apartment buildings and 30 houses in the city? We've worked pretty hard, haven't we? Fortunately, all the properties we own are fully occupied. We're getting a good income from the rent. I'd say we're quite successful. This isn't just quite successful. This is a huge success. I thought you were just a carpenter and a part-time worker, but you're running a real estate business? That's amazing. Carpentry is an incredible job, isn't it? Being able to build such a nice house with your own hands and skills. That's why I wanted to help, so I quit my full-time job. As a part-time worker, it's easier to take time off and help with his side business. So that's why? I thought you were just incapable of getting a full-time job. If anyone's incapable, it might be you, Emma. You're full of prejudice and unreasonably look down on other people's jobs. What did you just say? That's not what intelligent people do now, is it? Well, I'll be going now. I'm busy helping my husband with his work today. I need to get some tools from the storage shed.
Sarah, do you have a moment? There's something I want to ask you about.
What is it? Do you need me to get something else from the storage shed?
Oh no, it's not that. It's about our real estate business. Did you say anything to my brother Tom? I don't remember telling him, but he seems to know about our side business.
I'm sorry, I actually told Emma about it. Tom probably heard it from Emma. Was that bad?
Nah, it's not like we were trying to hide it, so it's fine. We just didn't bother telling anyone. Oh, so that's why. Now I understand why he suddenly contacted me in a panic.
Did he ask you to build a house for them again?
No, this time he asked me to lend him money. He said if we have so much money, we should buy a house for them.
What?
Apparently, they want to build a house worth about $1 million. But the interest and fees would be high if they took out such a large mortgage. So they asked us to pay for it in full. They said they'd pay us back little by little, even if it'd be tough.
What selfish and unreasonable people. First, they asked you to build a house for $10,000, and now they want $1 million? And if they're gonna struggle to pay us back, there's no benefit for us.
Exactly. Of course I refused. I told them we have $3 million in savings, but we won't give them a penny.
What? You told them how much we have in savings?
Well, I just wanted to say something back after all the times they looked down on us. They've been so arrogant, and now they have the nerve to ask for money? I feel like it was my turn to brag a little. Just once, you know?
That's totally fine. I'm so tired of those two.
But let's not get complacent. We'll keep working hard together. At this point, it's more of a hobby than just making money.
You do look so happy when you're building. I love seeing you like that, and I'll keep supporting you.
Thank you for always helping me. Oh, my brother and his wife contact you. Just keep ignoring them as usual.
Got it. Sarah, are you there? Please respond. Yes, Emma, what is it? Please don't ignore us. Just listen to us for a bit. We're in a really bad situation right now. If this continues, our lives will be ruined. What's wrong? Oh, you finally replied, Sarah. Thank you so much for responding. I knew you would help us. I never said I would help you. Just explain what's going on. By the way, didn't you finally build your new house? Shouldn't this be the happiest time for you? You sound like you're in trouble. That's right, we finally built our dream house, but we took out such a big loan that our very lives are in danger. Our savings are almost gone and our debt keeps growing. What? How did this happen? We didn't want to lose you two. So we had no idea you were so wealthy. We wanted to at least build a grand house to show off. So we built a house that cost about 3 times our budget to get the upper hand over you. 3 times your budget? I heard you were planning to build $1 million house. Are you saying you spent $3 million on your new home? Yes, and our monthly mortgage payment is $8,000. That much? How can you afford that? We can barely make the payments, and now we can't afford to eat or travel, which we love doing. Going out was our favorite hobby. Yeah, I got the impression. You even spent $30 million just on your honeymoon. You were always traveling around abroad and domestically. But we can't suddenly start living frugally, so we're in the red every month. We've never been in debt before, so we quickly turned to payday loans. Now we're borrowing money from one place to pay off the loans from another. That does sound like a life-ruining situation. Wouldn't it be better to sell the house at this point? No way. I absolutely refuse. We just built our dream mansion. We invited so many friends over to show it off. It would be too embarrassing to sell it now. Then what are you going to do? Are you going to let this ruin your lives? That's why I contacted you, Sarah. Please, I'm begging you, please help us financially. Can you pay off our mortgage for us? What? Of course, we'll pay back any help you give us. We'll pay it all back with interest, so please help us. Don't you think it's more embarrassing to borrow money from the lower class couple you look down on? Well, yes, but we can't go back now. Look, I'm sorry for looking down on you before. You're finally apologizing, but it's still not happening. I asked Jack, but he doesn't want to help you either. No way. Please, Sarah, we're desperate. Can't you talk to Jack again? Weren't you bragging about being such a power couple? I'm sure you two amazing people like you can overcome this. Sarah, please, we made a mistake. We were arrogant and stupid, but we really need your help now. Emma, you and Tom have been looking down on us for years. You've insulted our jobs, our lifestyles, and our choices, and now you want us to bail you out? I know, we're terrible, but people can change, right? We've learned our lesson. Have you really? Or are you just saying that because you need our money? No, I mean it. This whole situation has been a wake-up call for us. We realize now how shallow and misguided we were. That's good to hear, Emma, but it doesn't change our decision. We won't be helping you. But what are we supposed to do? We can't keep up with the payments. We're drowning in debt. Have you considered downsizing, selling the house and moving to somewhere more affordable? But all our friends know about the new house. It will be so humiliating to sell it now. More humiliating than going bankrupt. More humiliating than losing everything. I don't know. We've worked so hard to maintain this image. And that's exactly the problem, Emma. You've been living for other people's approval, not for yourselves. But what would people think if we sell the house? Who cares what they think? You need to do what's best for your financial health and your future. I guess you're right, but it's so hard to let go of everything we've built. Emma, a house is just a building. Your well-being and your relationship with Tom are far more important. You're right. I know you're right, but it's so scary to start over. Starting over is better than counting down a path that's clearly leading to disaster. I suppose so, but even if we sell the house, we'll still be in debt. The market has gone down since we bought it. That's unfortunate, but it's still better than continuing to pile on more debt every month. You're probably right. I just wish we had listened to you earlier. We were so stupid. Well, at least you're realizing that now. It's not too late to make changes. I guess not, but we really could use some help. Are you sure you won't reconsider? Emma, I'm sorry, but our answer is final. We won't be giving you money. Not even a loan? We'll pay it back, I swear. No, Emma, not even a loan. You need to figure it out on your own. But we're family. Doesn't that mean anything? Family doesn't insult each other and look down on each other for years, Emma. You and Tom made your choices. Now you have to deal with the consequences. I can't believe you're being so cold after all we've been through. All we've been through? You mean all the times you belittled us and treated us like we were beneath you? That was in the past. Can't you forgive us now? Forgiveness doesn't mean we have to give you money, Emma. Fine, I guess we both know where we stand now. Thanks for nothing. Emma, I hope you and Tom can figure this out. I really do. But it won't be without money. Good luck. Whatever, I guess blood isn't thicker than water after all. Goodbye, Emma.
Hey, did Emma contact you again?
Yes, she did. She was begging for money.
Well, let me guess. They can't afford the new mansion.
Exactly. They're drowning in debt. Emma wanted us to pay off their mortgage.
Unbelievable. The nerve of those two.
I know. I told her we wouldn't help them.
Good. They made their bed. Now they have to lie in it.
I feel a little bad for them, though. They're really in a tough spot.
Don't feel bad, Sarah. They brought this on themselves with their arrogance and overspending.
You're right. I just hope they figure it out somehow.
They will. They might have to eat some humble pie, but they'll figure it out.
I guess so. It's just sad to see how their choices have led them to this point.
That's life. Sometimes you have to learn lessons the hard way.
True, well, I've blocked Emma's number now. I don't think we'll be hearing from them.
Good. Let's focus on our lives and business. We've worked hard to get what we are.
You're right. I'm proud of what we've accomplished together.
Me too. Now, how about we go check on that new property we're renovating?
Sounds great. Let's go. Jack and I immediately blocked Tom and Emma's numbers. We explained the situation to our parents and relatives, so we'll never hear from those two again. Rumor has it that the once proud power couple, overwhelmed by loan repayments, made frequent mistakes at work and eventually committed a major medical error, resulting in their dismissal. They finally sold their mansion, but by then their debt have grown about $200,000. Now they're living in a small apartment, working hard to pay off their debts. Jack, I need you to be honest with me. Where are you right now?
At work, obviously. Why do you ask?
Are you sure about that?
Of course I'm sure. Got the wedding this weekend and a delayed honeymoon after that. I'm trying to wrap up as much work as possible beforehand.
I asked you to be honest, remember?
What do you mean? Work is work. I'm at the office, just like I said.
You're cheating on me, aren't you?
What? The heck are you talking about all of a sudden?
I hired a private investigator to follow you.
You did what?
For the past 3 hours, I've been receiving real-time reports of your movements since you left the office.
What the hell? Are you being serious right now? Hold on. What's this about a private investigator? Why would you do something like that?
Your behavior has been really strange for the past month, so I suspected you were cheating.
That's ridiculous. Why would you think that?
Late nights at work, secretive phone calls, always putting your phone face down. I'm not stupid, Jack.
Those are all just coincidences. You're reading too much into things.
Am I? Then explain why the investigator saw you meeting a woman at a cafe an hour ago.
That was just a work meeting.
A work meeting where you held hands across the table?
You're jumping to illogical conclusions.
I couldn't bear to go through with the wedding like this, so I took a chance and hired a private investigator to look into it.
I can't believe you do something like that. Don't you trust me at all?
Clearly. I was right not to. I have evidence of you cheating from other days too, not just today.
No, this isn't cheating. You've got it all wrong.
What else would you call meeting up with a female coworker if not cheating?
It's not what you think. We're just friends.
Friends who hold hands and kiss in cafes?
They saw that?
So you admit it.
Look, it's not serious. It's just a bit of fun.
Fun? You call betraying me fun?
Come on. I want to do anything serious with the wedding being this weekend.
Oh, so it's okay to cheat as long as it's not serious.
It's just stress relief. The wedding planning has been intense, you know?
Stress relief? Are you kidding me right now?
You're blowing this way out of proportion.
Am I? You lied to me and said you were at work.
Okay, I'm sorry for lying. That was wrong.
You're sorry for lying, but not for cheating?
It's not cheating. It's just, I don't know, blowing off steam?
With another woman? How's that not cheating?
Look, you're my wife.
Exactly. I'm your wife, and you're doing this to me. How messed up is that?
I have no intention of divorcing you or anything like that.
Oh, how generous of you. So I should just accept your stress relief with another woman?
It's just that work's been really hectic before the wedding. The time I spent with her was just a form of stress relief, nothing more.
Do you not understand how cruel that is?
I said I'm sorry for lying. What more do you want?
An apology for the actual cheating would be a start.
It wasn't cheating.
We're already married, remember? We registered our marriage 6 months ago because of our work schedules, even though the ceremony and honeymoon were planned for later.
I know that.
Well, you clearly don't care, because if you did, you wouldn't be doing this.
You're making too big of a deal out of this.
Cheating when you were already married is unacceptable,
It's not cheating.
especially night before a wedding ceremony. How could you do this?
Look, I need some time to think about this.
Time to think about what?
About our relationship and everything.
What's there to think about? You cheated. It's that simple.
Not that simple. There's a lot at stake here.
Like what? Your guilt-free affairs?
No, like our future. Our families, the wedding.
Hold on a second. Are you more concerned about the wedding than our relationship?
That's not what I meant. We can't just throw everything away over this.
Over this? You mean your infidelity?
You're not saying the wedding's off now, are you?
That's not even the main issue here.
What do you mean it's not the main issue? It's our wedding!
We're married and you cheated on me. The ceremony is the least of our problems right now.
Come on, we can work through this. We don't need to cancel and everything.
Work through what? Your ongoing affair?
It's not ongoing. It was just a few times.
A few times? Oh, I guess that makes it alright then. How's that any better?
At least I'm being honest now.
Now, after I caught you?
Look, I made a mistake. But it's not worth throwing our whole relationship away over.
It's only natural that I'd be considering divorce. Forget about the wedding ceremony.
Divorce? No, that's not good. Can't do that.
Why not? You clearly don't respect our marriage.
Our marriage and divorce aren't just our problems, you know.
What are you talking about?
Think about our families, our friends, the matchmaker who introduced us.
Sure, I feel bad for our matchmaker, but
Exactly. They introduced us because they thought we could build a happy family together.
and look how that turned out.
They were looking forward to the wedding too. Everyone was.
So I should stay with the cheater to make everyone else happy?
If we cancel the wedding or get divorced now, we'll be betraying everyone.
Yeah, you already betrayed them by cheating on me.
We both owe them a lot, don't we? Are you really going to betray their feelings now?
Hold on a second. Are you seriously trying to guilt me about this?
I'm just saying there's more at stake than just us.
The only one who betrayed anyone is you. It's not like I cheated, is it?
You're betraying our matchmaker, just as much as if you had been making such a big deal out of me blowing off a little steam by harping on him about divorce.
A little steam. Is that what you call an affair?
It wasn't an affair. And yes, you're overreacting.
Overreacting to finding out my husband is cheating on me?
When you're married, it's important to be big-hearted and accepting about these things.
Are you serious right now? Except you're cheating.
It's not cheating. How many times do I have to say it?
Then what would you call it?
A mistake. A moment of weakness, but not cheating.
A moment that lasted for how long exactly?
That's not important. What's important is that we move past this.
Move past your infidelity without consequences?
Not without consequences. I said I was sorry, didn't I?
Sorry for lying, not for cheating.
Fine. I'm sorry for cheating too. Is that what you want to hear?
I want sincerity, not words you're saying just to appease me.
Look, I am sincere. I don't want to lose you over this.
You should have thought about that before you started your affair.
It wasn't an affair. It was just a thing.
A thing? Is that supposed to make me feel better?
No, I mean, look, can we just forget about this and focus on our future?
Forget about your cheating, just like that?
Yes! I'll make it up to you.
Make it up to me how?
I don't know. What do you want? I'll do anything.
I want a husband who doesn't cheat on me.
I won't do it again, I promise.
How can I believe you?
'Cause I love you. This was just a stupid mistake.
A mistake you made multiple times.
I know. But it's over now, I swear.
Is it? Have you even ended things with her?
I will, right away. I'll call her right now if you want.
So you haven't even ended it yet?
I was going to, after the wedding.
After the wedding? Were you planning on maintaining your affair status throughout the entire ceremony?
No, I don't know what I was thinking.
Clearly you weren't thinking at all.
I was thinking about us, about our future.
While sleeping with another woman?
Ugh, it's not like I had feelings for her or anything.
Oh, that makes it so much better.
I didn't care about her one bit.
Wow, you're such a gentleman. Is that supposed to comfort me?
Kind of? It shows I'm committed to you emotionally.
But not physically, apparently.
I am. It was just a moment of weakness. It won't happen again.
You keep saying that, but how can I trust you?
Because I'm telling you the truth now. I want to make this work.
Now that you've been caught.
Yes. No. I mean, I would have told you eventually.
Eventually? When? After we had kids?
No, of course not. Look, I messed up, I know that. But I want to fix this.
I'm not sure if it can be fixed, Jack.
Of course it can. We love each other, don't we?
I thought we did, but now I'm not so sure.
Don't say that. I love you, I really do.
Love doesn't involve cheating, Jack.
I know. I made a mistake, a big one. But please, give me another chance.
I don't know if I can.
Please, Rose. Think about everything we built together.
Everything you've thrown away, you mean?
I haven't thrown it away. It's still here. We're still here.
Are we? Because the Jack I thought I knew wouldn't do this to me.
I'm still that person. I don't know. I lost my way for a little while.
A little while. How long has this been going on exactly?
Does it matter? It's over now.
It matters to me. I want to know how long you've been lying to me.
A couple of months, maybe.
A couple of months? We've only been married for 6.
I know. It was stupid. I'm so sorry.
Sorry doesn't cut it, Jack. Not for this.
What can I do? Tell me what I can do to fix this.
I don't think we can fix this.
Don't say that. We can work through this. I know we can.
I'm not sure I want to.
Please, Rose. Don't throw away our marriage over this.
I'm not the one who threw it away. You did that when you decided to cheat.
I made a mistake. People make mistakes.
This wasn't a mistake. It was a choice. A choice you made over and over again.
I know, you're right. But I'm choosing you now. I'm choosing our marriage.
It's a bit late for that, don't you think?
It's not too late. It's never too late. We can still make this work.
I don't know, Jack. I really don't know.
Just don't make any decisions right now, okay? Let's talk about this face to face.
I'm not sure I even want to see you right now.
I understand, but please, just give me a chance to explain in person.
Explain what? How you repeatedly cheated on me?
To explain how sorry I am. How much you mean to me. How I never meant to hurt you.
But you did hurt me, Jack. You hurt me more than I ever thought possible.
I know, and I hate myself for it. Please, just let me come home and we can talk about this.
I need some time to think. Don't come home right now.
Okay, I understand. But we will talk about this, right? You're not just going to decide without hearing me out.
I'll think about it, but right now, I need space.
Okay, I love you, Rose. Please remember that.
I wish that was enough, Jack. I really do. Hey, Jack, are we still on for coffee later?
Lisa, we need to talk.
Uh-oh, that doesn't sound good. What's up?
Rose found out about us.
What? How?
She hired a private investigator. They've been following me.
Are you kidding me? That's insane.
I know, but that's not the point. We need to end this.
End it? Just like that?
Yes, just like that. I'm married, Lisa. This should never have happened.
But you said you weren't happy with her. That's why we started this.
I know what I said, but it was a mistake. All of it.
A mistake? Is that what I am to you? A mistake?
No, that's not what I meant. You're not a mistake, but this... us? It's wrong.
It didn't feel wrong when you were kissing me yesterday.
I know and I'm sorry. I got carried away. It won't happen again.
So that's it? You're just going to go back to her?
She's my wife, Lisa. I made vows to her.
Vows you've been breaking for months.
I know, and I feel terrible about it. But I need to try to make things right with Rose.
And what about me? What am I supposed to do?
I'm sorry, Lisa, I really am. This has to end.
You're sorry? That's all you have to say?
What do you want me to say? This was never supposed to be serious.
Maybe not for you, but did you ever think about how I might feel?
I didn't think it was like that for you.
Of course you didn't. You were too busy thinking about yourself.
It's not fair. We both knew what this was.
Did we? Because I thought there was something real between us.
Lisa, I care about you, I do. Rose is my wife.
A wife you've been cheating on? How is that any better?
It's not. I know it's not. But I have to try to make things right.
And what about me? I just get tossed by the wayside?
I'm sorry, Lisa. I never meant for things to go this far.
But they did, and now you're just walking out on me?
What choice do I have? My marriage is on the line.
A marriage you were ready to throw away yesterday.
I wasn't thinking clearly. I got caught up in the moment.
For months? You got caught up in the moment for months?
I know it sounds bad.
It doesn't just sound bad, Jack. It is bad.
Look, I'm sorry, I really am. But this has to end.
Fine, go back to your wife. See if I care.
Lisa, please don't be like this.
Be like what? Upset that I'm getting dumped?
We were never really together. You knew I was married.
And that makes it okay?
No, it doesn't. None of this is okay.
You got that right. So what now?
Now? Now we go back to being co-workers. Nothing more.
Just like that?
Yes, just like that. It's the right thing to do.
The right thing? Where was this rigid moral compass of yours all these months?
I know I messed up, but I'm trying to fix it now.
Fix it for yourself, you mean? What about me?
What do you want me to say?
I want you to admit that you used me.
I didn't use you. We both entered into this willingly.
Did we? Because I remember you telling me how unhappy you were in your marriage.
I was confused. I made a mistake.
A mistake. There's that word again.
Lisa, please. Can we just end this amicably?
You want me to be nice about being dumped?
I want us to be able to work together without issues.
Oh, so now you're worried about work.
Of course I am. This could affect both our careers.
Maybe you should have thought about that before starting an affair with a coworker.
You're right. I should have. I'm sorry.
Stop saying you're sorry. It doesn't change anything.
What do you want from me, Lisa?
I want you to admit that this means something for you.
It did mean something, but not enough to destroy my marriage over.
Wow, thanks for that.
I didn't mean it like that.
Then how did you mean it? Because it sounds like I was just a fun little distraction for you.
You weren't just a distraction. But I have a life. A wife. Commitments.
Commitments you were happy to ignore until you got caught.
I know, I messed up badly.
So that's it? We're done?
We have to be. I'm sorry, Lisa.
Fine, go, but don't expect things to be normal at work.
Lisa, please. We need to be professional about this.
Professional? Like sleeping with your coworker?
It's not fair.
None of this is fair, Jack, but that's life, isn't it?
I really am sorry, Lisa.
Save it. I don't want to hear it anymore.
Okay. I'll see you at work then.
Whatever. Goodbye, Jack. Hello, is this Rose? Yes, who's this? This is Lisa, Jack's friend. Oh, I see. I've transferred the money to the specified account for the you-know-what. Please confirm. I've confirmed it. The transfer fee was deducted from my end, so I didn't get the full amount. When I made the claim, I asked you to cover the transfer fee, didn't I? Look, our affair consists of meeting a grand total of 3 times, and it was only for about a month. I'm really annoyed about having to pay for compensation. You got most of it. What's the big deal about the transfer fee? Wow, Lisa, affair? I can really feel your sincerity and remorse here. Sincerity? As if. Clearly. But I paid the compensation, so we're good now, right? Honestly, the fact that I'm even talking to you at all makes me incredibly uncomfortable and angry. I don't have the energy to fight this right now. I'll let the transfer fee slide. Forget it. Thank you. I've confirmed the compensation payment. I'll be taking my leave now. Wait a moment. Is there something else? I heard tomorrow's wedding is going to be super fancy. Excuse me? It's at the Ritz, right? Yes, it is. Why are you asking about this? I heard the ceremonies and receptions at the place cost a fortune, and that it's a popular place with celebrities. That's correct. It's a very prestigious venue. I heard it's so beautiful you can take amazing photos from pretty much anywhere. And there's a reception hall called the Sky Garden that takes up the entire floor with a breathtaking view. You seem to know a lot about it. I've done my research. It sounds amazing. It is indeed a very nice venue. I bet. Must be nice to be able to afford a place like that. Why don't you use it when you get married, Lisa? I wish I could marry a man who could afford a place like that. What do you mean? Someone like Jack, for example. Someone like Jack? I mean, he must be earning a lot to be able to have a wedding at a place like that, right? There's not really any of your business. To be honest, I wasn't really interested in him at first. What are you talking about? He's not my type at all. And why did you have an affair with him? But when I heard about the wedding and got an invitation as a coworker, at first, I thought there was no way I waste my precious days off on a colleague's wedding. You got an invitation? I don't remember inviting you. Jack invited me. He said it would be fine. I see. Go on. I mean, renting a dress and preparing a gift costs quite a lot, doesn't it? Sure, going to weddings can be surprisingly expensive. I didn't want to spend that kind of money on someone who's just a coworker. Then why did you decide to come? Because when I saw where the venue was, I was shocked because it said the Ritz. And I couldn't believe someone I knew could afford to have a wedding at such a famous place. What are you implying? I mean, sure, a company pays well, but not that well. I mean, what are you trying to say? Even though I get paid well, I don't really like my job. I'm not sure how this is relevant. It's a hassle to go to work every day. Okay, so I want to find someone to depend on quickly. Huh? What are you even talking about? Basically, I'm saying I want to marry a man who can afford a wedding at the Ritz. Are you implying what I think you are? Then I could become a housewife and live a good life, right? Are you saying it wasn't just an affair to you? Did you actually have your sights set on Jack for real? Yes, I was being completely serious. I can't believe this. But we only dated for a month, and I ended up having to pay compensation. Sure, it wasn't much, but I'm planning to come to the wedding tomorrow to try bragging myself a rich-looking guy to make up for it. I really don't think there's much point in you coming to the wedding venue tomorrow. I'll decide if there's a point or not. Lisa, the wedding is canceled. What? Since when? Since I found out about the affair. You can't cancel it. I've already made a beauty salon appointment and made my preparations. I'm sorry, but that's not my problem. Of course it's your problem. You're ruining my chances. Chances of what? Finding another married man? To find someone who can provide for me. Duh. Wow, this conversation is clearly a waste of my time. If you see any good men tomorrow, introduce them to me. There won't be any men there because there won't be a wedding, Lisa. We'll see about that. Hey, your name was Rose, right? Hey, your name was Rose, right? Yes, that's right. I've arrived at the wedding venue, but something seems off. What? You actually came? I thought everyone who got RSVP'd had been contacted about this, but clearly I was wrong. Contacted? What are you talking about? About the wedding being canceled. I can't reach Jack either, and I've arrived at the venue, but no one's here. Yes, because the wedding is canceled. What do you mean it's canceled? I told you the wedding was canceled, didn't I? No, you didn't. When did this happen? I said it would be pointless for you to come. You never said it was canceled, though. The wedding has been canceled. I thought that was clear from our conversation. How is that clear? You just said it would be pointless to come. Did you really think we would put on a happy face and pretend nothing happened after the affair was discovered? You canceled my chances to meet someone? That's what you're worried about? Not the fact that you helped ruin a marriage? My life is important too, you know. By the way, we also got divorced. Divorced? What, over a month-long affair? Yes, over a betrayal of trust and vows. It wasn't even an affair. What would you call it then? It was just a bit of fun. Fun? You call destroying a marriage fun? You're overreacting. It wasn't that serious. Whether to consider that fun as an affair is my decision, I think. But isn't divorce and canceling the wedding going too far? That's not for you to decide. Besides, you're at fault too. I'm at fault? How did you figure that? I mean, you couldn't even be there for him to relieve his stress. Excuse me? You were his wife, but you couldn't even comfort him. Guys don't stray for nothing. It must have been your fault somehow. I was lied to, cheated on, and even after it was discovered, I didn't receive a single proper apology from him. Just because you didn't get an apology, canceling the wedding over it is still childish. What are you, 6? This isn't about my level of maturity, Lisa. This is about basic trust and respect in a marriage. Then you should apologize for him too. Apologize? For what? Say you're sorry for not being able to comfort him. How did we even get to this conversation? I paid compensation, got all dolled up at the salon, and even prepared a gift. That's not my problem. Of course I'm angry that my chances to find someone to depend on is gone. How could we have a wedding when I divorced him? You actually went through with the divorce? Yes, I did. The divorce was finalized yesterday. Over a stupid affair? Over betrayal of trust in our marriage vows. It's a waste for me to come here. Of course it was. I did try telling you not to come. At least pay me back for the beauty treatments and transportation costs. That's ridiculous. I didn't owe you anything. You ruined my plans. Your plans to what? Find another married man to leech off to? To find financial stability. That's not my responsibility. Wait a minute, you said you divorced, right? Yes, that's right. So that means he's single now, right? Technically, yes, but why does that matter? A single man who can afford a wedding at the Ritz, you say? Are you serious right now? So there's no problem if I marry him, right? That's up to you, but what? Didn't you say he wasn't your type? Marriage is about more than just the type. What do you mean? More importantly, as long as he can provide me with financial stability for life, any man will do. Wow, talk about being shallow. Say what you want. This is the shortest road to happiness. Happiness built on using others? Remember this, old lady. Putting your emotions aside and using marriage rationally as a tool to achieve happiness is the smart woman's way. I see. If you're so determined, I won't say anything anymore. Good now, where can I find Jack? I don't know, and even if I did, I wouldn't tell you. Fine. I'll find him myself. Good luck with that. You'll need it.
Rose, can we talk?
What is there to talk about, Jack?
Can't we reconsider the divorce?
Are you serious?
I apologize from the bottom of my heart for fooling around with Lisa.
Fooling around? Is that what you call it?
Yes, because an affair would be a betrayal. And I never intended to do that.
You lied to me and met another woman, but you say you didn't mean to betray me? How can you say that?
It was a kind lie to avoid hurting you.
How is someone you can't even properly apologize kind?
I'm apologizing now.
You say it's for me, but it's all for yourself.
That's not true. I really do love you.
Love doesn't involve cheating, Jack.
I know, I messed up. But can we work through this?
I don't think we can. The trust is gone.
But what about our matchmaker? They'll be devastated.
Her matchmaker? That's what you're worried about?
They put so much effort into bringing us together.
You're the one who betrayed our matchmaker.
I apologized a lot, didn't I?
Only after I brought up the divorce.
I'm really sorry, I really am. From the bottom of my heart.
The divorce is settled. I received the compensation, and it's on record that you're at fault.
Isn't there anything I can do to change your mind?
That's enough for me, so let's just say our goodbyes.
Don't say that. Give me another chance.
Why should I?
Because I love you. And because my life would be ruined otherwise.
What do you mean?
I took out some loans for the wedding. And now with the cancellation fees.
That's not my problem anymore, Jack.
Please, Rose, I'm begging you.
You should have thought about the consequences before you cheated.
I know, I messed up. But please, we try to work it out?
No, Jack, it's over. Hey, Rose, it's Lisa again. What is it now? Why don't you tell me about Jack's situation? What situation? I said I wanted to marry a rich man and live a good life, remember? And, well, it turns out he started taking out loans after you mentioned divorce. Don't you think you had an obligation to tell me that? That's right, I had zero obligations whatsoever. I had no obligations to tell you anything about his financial situations. Full stop. Well, I've already married him. What? Isn't that too fast? It was a rushed courthouse wedding because I thought I was getting a rich husband. I see you've already made your bed. Now you have to lie in it. Why did he take out loans? For the compensation, wedding cancellation fees, and honeymoon cancellation fees. Wait, I understand the compensation and honeymoon being unexpected expenses, but what about the wedding cancellation fees? Weren't you going to pay for the wedding anyways? The wedding costs were going to be covered with the help of my relatives, our savings, and the cash gifts from guests. Your relatives? Actually, my uncle is an executive director at a big company. He's what you called a high-ranking executive. What? Why am I just hearing about this now? It wasn't relevant before. He's also a rather big fish in the stock market, if you catch my drift. So, you come from money? I don't know all the details, but he and his wife didn't have children, so they really doted on me. I guess you could say I never really struggled financially. I can't believe this. That's why he introduced me to a young man from the company where he's an executive director. Wait, are you saying? That's how I started dating Jack and ended up marrying him. I never thought it would turn out like this. I feel terrible for my uncle. Hold on, by executive director, do you mean the executive director at our company? Yes, that's right. Oh my god. That's why he was so adamant about not divorcing me. I had no idea. If things had gone smoothly with me, he would have been on the fast track to success. And now? It's a shame, isn't it? No way. But surely he can't stay at the company after divorcing due to infidelity and even canceling the wedding, right? It's like he smeared mud on the executive director's face. This can't be happening. I heard he felt he couldn't face everyone at work, so he resigned voluntarily. What? I didn't hear about this. Well, that's not really my business anymore. Well, it is my business. I just married him. That's all I can tell you. You mean I married an employee man? That's not happiness. It's just hell. This can't be happening. I wonder if Jack's getting my messages. I doubt he'll respond. The phone's not connecting again. Maybe he's avoiding you. I didn't want an employed loser. I heard that you wanted to divorce Jack, but he refused with all his might. In the end, unable to separate, you couldn't quit your job and ended up supporting my unemployed loser of an ex-husband. Jack initially tried job hunting, but couldn't find anything he wanted to do. However, to repay his debts, he reluctantly started working in an industry he didn't like. I heard you're both struggling quite a lot. This is a nightmare. How did you find all this out? I have my sources. Plus, it's a small world. I can't believe this is happening to me. Well, Lisa, you got what you wanted. You married Jack. Congratulations. This isn't what I wanted at all. You wanted financial stability, didn't you? Now you have the chance to prove it to yourself and Jack. This isn't fair. I was supposed to be the one provided for. Life isn't always fair. Sometimes we have to take responsibilities for the problems we create. There has to be a way out of this. I'm afraid that's between you and Jack now. I'm no longer involved. Can't you help? Your uncle's the executive director after all. I'm sorry, but that's not my place anymore. You have to figure this out on your own. I can't believe this is happening to me. Believe it, and maybe next time, think twice before pursuing a married man for his money. I need to go. I have to talk to Jack. Good luck with that. You'll need it. This isn't over. I'll find a way out of this mess. I'm sure you'll try your best. Goodbye, Lisa. I heard that Lisa wanted to divorce Jack, but he refused definitively. In the end, unable to separate, Lisa couldn't quit her job and ended up supporting the unemployed Jack. Jack initially tried job hunting but couldn't find anything he wanted to do. However, he had debts to repay, so he had no choice but to reluctantly start working at an industry he didn't like. Last I hear, they're both struggling quite a bit.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.